The title of this mini podcast is Threshold of Change. There's a word you can use that's quite helpful when considering making a change. That word is outgrowing. When you truly change, it's not temporary. You actually outgrow something, just like you outgrew your childhood clothing. Once you outgrow something, it doesn't fit anymore. How do you know you're at the threshold of change? My experience is there is a tipping point that has all sorts of signals present, indicating we're about to change. Best as I can tell, there's a bit of nagging going on before. Now, not the yammering in your head that's laden with invectives like, "you lazy slob," or some other demeaning dig, but more of a gentle nudge or a polite push. You keep getting reminders from out of the blue that it's time to wear something new. It goes past, "I should do that," or this. It's more like a temptation than it is a beration. Is beration a word? The interesting thing for me is that I really don't know when the actual transitions happened. I only know that they did. But I do remember the reminders and felt they were different than the mental pummelings I usually received. And I remember sensing that I was about to outgrow something. Have you ever had the feeling that you were on the right track but weren't there yet? That best describes the feeling for me of being at the threshold of change. There is a catalyst that can be used to arrive at the threshold much quicker. It's a willingness to allow these reminders to visit as often as they like. When you welcome the idea of change, you get more invitations. But when you force yourself into change mode, you're likely to find that it's temporary. Kind of like the diet you go on before the big event. A wedding, a class reunion, or the final weigh-in on the TV show The Biggest Loser. When you invite change in rather than letting it take you hostage, it's a much smoother transition from old to new. I wish I could tell you how and when change happens. That's still a mystery to me. I do know there's a threshold, and it seems the more willingness you put out, the more invitations that come in. Odds are that one of these invites will be tempting enough to RSVP to, and you'll cross over the threshold of change. All the best, John.